Stephen Curry's not human. He is not human. And it's a pity when it comes to Steph, because we all know that like the Steph hype has died and people aren't as excited about Steph as they were a decade ago and all of that. Like, we know all of that's a fact, and that's just unfortunate that it's kind of taken away from who has been the best show in basketball for 10 years. The only problem with it is that obviously we all know Kevin Durant went to play with Stephen Curry, and because Kevin Durant went to play with Stephen Curry that time, all those years ago, now Steph Curry became the villain and his hype kind of died. But like we saw in the Olympics, we've seen so many times, like there are a lot of times when Stephen Curry is on the floor with some of the greatest of all time, and he is the best player on the floor. And that's happened. It's happened in the Olympic final. Robbed of an Olympic MVP, I'm not going to lie. Final matters more than anything. And the semi-final with Steph Curry was exceptional too. Robbed of an MVP. And now he's as good as Wemby's been the last 2 games. He's been pretty good. But like Steph has just back-to-back 45-plus games. Boom. From deep. Like, there's never going to be a better in-game shooter than Stephen Curry. It's just not happening again. There might be another Steph. But like he's out here pulling from Caitlin Clark range, like it's not even funny some of the shots that Steph Curry can hit. Like Devin Vassell's not a bad defender. Wemby hedges up on him, step back over Wemby. Like I know Wemby's not near him, but at 7'7", that's not easy to do. Like these are not easy things to do. Like tween, crossover drive in, finish with the scoop layup. Like, do you guys remember when that layup used to be in 2K and it was just be a guaranteed 2 points that I had to patch it out of the game? Shooting going right, shooting going left, like. And Steph Curry's ability to attack the basket, that was the big change. Everyone was talking about, oh, what changed with Steph Curry? It was Steph Curry's ability to attack the basket got so much better in those MVP years. It wasn't that Steph Curry was making more threes. It was that he became so dangerous going to the basket that they couldn't overly pressure him at the 3-point line. And then obviously the Steve Kerr offense helped a lot. But like pull back, bang. Like this is a team that I don't think they're contenders, but holy shit on any given, like if the NBA season if the playoffs were one and done, win or go home, or even best of 3, I wouldn't count the Warriors out against anyone. I would not count them out. Genuinely. Just because of that man right there. And obviously, look, it becomes tough because to compete, you might have to trade Draymond or Jimmy. You're going to have to trade one of them to compete. And it's a lot easier just to make things work with either Lowry Markin. Like that, come on now. They're down 7 with 5 minutes to go and he does this. They're down 10 with 5 minutes to go and he hits that. Like, that's fucking mental. And then this is not... Like, Wemby's there. Nope. He just got it over Wemby. He got it over Wemby. Like, that is so impressive. Wemby dunking all over Draymond Green. I mean, look, Wemby's Wemby. Wemby's Wemby. But, like... My argument, I've said this since 2020. I've always thought about this specific thing. I'm like, who is the worst player that you can realistically put in GOAT conversations? As in, you can argue that they're the GOAT, and even if it's like a dumb argument, it's not like, oh, you're just trolling. I personally think it's Stephen Curry. Like Steph Curry, I don't think he's in the GOAT conversation. But I'm convinced that legacy, impact on the game, everything when it comes to Steph, you could probably make a PowerPoint presentation and you could convince somebody who kind of knows basketball, not someone who doesn't know basketball. You could show highlights to convince someone who doesn't know anything about basketball. J.R. Smith was the GOAT. You could probably convince somebody, just like Tim Duncan. I've seen people make very convincing Tim Duncan arguments. And in my opinion, Steph Curry's on the level of Tim Duncan. I would put Steph Curry and Tim Duncan on an equivalent. Like for me, your top 3 is probably Kareem, Jordan, and LeBron. Whichever order, I don't care. After that It is Timmy D, Magic, Kobe, Steph. Obviously, I think Steph's better than Kobe. Hakeem, Jokic, Russell, Wilt. That kind of group of players. And I think that's like 4 through 12. And I think you can realistically argue any of them in whatever order you want. But I've had Steph Curry in my top 5 since 2020. So I've had Steph Curry in my top 10 since 2020, top 5 since 2022. And for me, he is cementing. Watching him cook on a nightly basis, I don't think people appreciate how unique his game is until he's gone. He, for me, is one of the 5 greatest of all time. And I think he's closer. Like, Steph Curry, he doesn't even need to win another championship. He's won 4 of them. He's won 4 of them. He's won enough. Like, when it's all said and done, Steph Curry might end up being one of those guys where you're like, shit, there's no argument against it. And for me, I don't think there's an argument for Magic Johnson over Steph. I think that that's a really difficult argument to make of Magic over Steph. And it's an extremely difficult argument to make. And it gets harder and harder by the week. It gets harder and harder. Every single week, it gets harder and harder and harder to make the Magic Johnson over Steph Curry argument. And we're just getting to watch greatness. We're getting to watch greatness. 95 points in 48 hours. Like 49, 46. And again, the guy is 37 years old? And he's still out here being one of the best players in the world. Like, there's never been, other than LeBron James, maybe. And you know what? Like, LeBron James might not be, like, Steph Curry might be the greatest 37-year-old of all time. Like, LeBron made the All-NBA second team last year? But I was about to say, I was like, LeBron, when was LeBron 37? So he's 40 now, so in 2022-23. When they made the conference finals, he was All-NBA third team, I think. Yeah, he was All-NBA third team. I'm not going to lie, Steph Curry might be the greatest 37-year-old of all time. Because, like, Michael Jordan, that was, like, when he was coming back from his other retirement. Not a chance with Kobe. Like, yeah, is he the greatest 37-year-old of all time? Maybe. Honestly, maybe. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. The man's not human. The man is just not human. 49 followed by 45 points. Like, it's not, or 45 followed by 40, 46 followed by 49. It's fucking mental. Anyway, I'll see you guys.